Hi everyone, you have a co-teaching interview assignment that is coming up on February 23rd, and I wanted to go ahead and go over that in case you wanted to get started. Right now I have the syllabus pulled up, and underneath the B other assessments, you have the chapter quizzes, and then the co-teaching interview comes up. There are 3 components to this, so I wanted to go over it. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to choose a current certified educator in a K through 12 setting. They can be a general education teacher working with students with disabilities, a special education teacher who is supporting students with disability in a general education classroom, a co-teacher, either a gen ed or a special ed or both, or you could do a special education department chair. Sometimes they're called inclusion facilitators. Anyone who is a special education director would be fine. So these are going to be for the people that you can choose from to do your interview with. So what you're going to be doing after you have figured out who you're going to be interviewing, you're going to develop 5 to 7 questions prior to the interview. Use your textbook or some of the things that we have discussed in the course to create your questions. And you're going to be interviewing that person. You can do it in video, you can do it face to face. You can do it by telephone. Definitely do not do it just by emailing them a list of questions. What's going to happen is it's going to take too much time. They're going to give you maybe 2 or 3 sentences per each question, and you're not going to get a lot of good information from that. You may just have, do you enjoy co-teaching? And the person says, yes. With a face-to-face interview over the phone, you can continue on by saying, what do you enjoy about it? What are the pros and cons? So again, your 5 to 7 questions that are focusing on inclusion or co-teaching or supporting students with disabilities in the general education classroom. That should really be the theme of all the questions. And once you have that completed, the way that your write-up is going to be is you will be providing the information of the person that you interviewed, the school or the district they work in, grades, and the date that you conducted the interview. And then you are going to be submitting a copy of their interview questions and responses. And you're also going to be creating a reflection after that. So the reflection is going to be comparing and contrasting experiences or responses from the interviewee with information from your textbook or PowerPoint. These need to be part. This seems right here where a lot of people get lost, and this is where they lose the points. Now, I've gone over all this information. I do want to show you an example from another student that I had in a previous section. If you go to assignments on D2L, though, you will see that there is a rubric, and it shows where I'm going to be scoring you from, interview questions, your summary of your interview, and then the comparison of that interview. And I do want to also show you a nice setup. So with your interview, I said that the main part should be who you interviewed, the location, when you interviewed. So this is a great introduction that this student provided. They have the person that they interviewed, where they interviewed from, the school they work in, and then the date, and then what that person teaches. And then they have the interview questions with the responses right after. So here's question 1. In what forms have you co-taught in the past? And then here's the person's response to that. So you can see it's a nice depth of information. It does not need to be word for word. You can paraphrase. Some of them will be longer than others, but this is a great setup. So she has her question answer, and then it continues on. And you can have 5 to 7 questions, and then this person had 6 questions. And then after that is the reflection piece. So that's the third part that I had discussed, where you're taking the information that was provided by the interviewee, and then you're comparing it and contrasting it to the PowerPoint or discussion, any information that we've done online, and your textbook. So you can see here, the interviewee had talked about presenting and doing multiple means of presentation. This person connected that with chapter 1 of the textbook. and then discussed how that is. And she continued to do this throughout the entire reflection piece. That is what I will be looking for with your reflection. She goes on here, you can see Chapter 5 of the textbook discusses the need for preparation, ample communication between co-teachers prior to instruction. Again, constantly taking the information that was provided and then connecting it with the textbook or class discussion. Hopefully this gives you a good insight to what I'm expecting. Again, let me just come up here. Again, you can find this information under the course syllabus. And if you want to see the rubric, when you go to content, and it's slowly coming up here. When you go to content and then course assignments, you'll see the co-teaching interview, the rubric, and the due date. I need to change this, which I'll do after I am done with this video. Anyway, if you all do have any questions, obviously, please feel free to email me. You can also come during my office hours. My office hours, again, are Mondays and Wednesdays from 10 to 12, and then again on Fridays from 10 to 11. Anyway, that is it. If you have any questions, just go ahead and contact me, and have a great day. Bye.